A lot of times people call it like the Wagyu of pork.
As long as you're getting good pork, it is totally fine to cook it pink on the inside. I've never had this before. Allegedly, it's like a prized cut that's served in like restaurants in Spain.
Wow.
I'd never seen this kind of meat before. So I just got this box in from Campo Grande. They are a meat and charcuterie delivery service that specializes in Iberico pork. A lot of times people call it like the Wagyu of pork. It's like slow growth pork from the Iberico Peninsula, which is essentially Spain and Portugal. It's sustainably raised, under like special practices. A lot of them are fed, nuts in addition to any like grasses or grains that they eat out in the wild. Super tender. It's got similar fat marbling to Wagyu beef. So within the muscles, you'll actually get those like marble veins of fat that make it like really, really juicy. It's basically pork that you want to eat like a steak, or it's often made into charcuterie, which I have been fortunate enough to go to Spain. I've also been to a lot of Spanish restaurants, and I have had my fair share of Iberico in different cuts and cured in different ways, and it is absolutely fantastic. So I'm really excited about this. I ordered this box the day before yesterday, 2 days ago, and it ended up on my front step this morning. So that's pretty awesome. I think I timed it right. They ship out on Tuesdays, they said, and today's Wednesday, so it must have shipped yesterday to show up today. They deliver all over the continental US and to Alaska and Hawaii for an additional charge, and for, I think there's a couple extra shipping days added to that as well. But let's open it up and see what I got. So they have a couple of curated boxes, and then they also have like build your own boxes available. Those are for a $150 minimum, but you can select all kinds of charcuterie or raw frozen Iberico. They also sell a couple, like very, very few, only 2 or 3 select cuts of grass-fed beef. And then they do sell seafood, but they were sold out, which was fine because I was going for the pork anyway. So I ordered their like small sample box. It was $99, free shipping, and it includes 3 different cuts of raw Iberico pork. There wasn't a curated box that had both charcuterie and raw meat in it, which was a little bit of a bummer because I would have liked to sample both. They do have a small charcuterie box that starts at $49, so you could do like the 2 small boxes or build your own box, which ends up being about the same price. I did not go for the most cost-effective route. I went for the smallest and one of the more inexpensive boxes, but if you get a larger box, you'll end up with probably twice as much product as what I got for maybe $150. Or it goes on from there. You can get like a whole cured leg of pork for, a couple $100 and like just slice off your own charcuterie. But I went for something small just to try everything. Let me see. They've got a packing slip on the inside of the box here that I'm gonna cover up because it's got my address on it. But this is what it looks like inside. I've got a little booklet here that's all about their practices, their sustainability, why you should eat Iberico pork other than the fact that it's delicious. This is fun. I got a little tote bag. That's a fun gift that I wasn't expecting. And a letter that says, "Do not order from us again without reading this." So it's like a little thank you note with a code for 20% off my next order. 20% off? $20 off my next order, which expires in 30 days. So there's a very good chance that I will not use that. But if you're thinking about ordering from them, something to keep in mind that you might get some kind of a promo code. We've got biodegradable insulation. This, if I remove the plastic, the interior will dissolve in water, just like those little like rice packing peanuts. The packaging is beautiful. Some branded butcher paper, and then everything is, it's like even just hovering my hands above the box, I can feel how cold it is, so that's a good sign. So it's completely frozen solid. There's definitely like dry ice at the bottom of the box, and the insulation wraps all the way around the box. This is the pork loin. It's actually too cold to hold. This is the pork loin roast that I got. They have a ton of recipes on their website that I just started clicking through this morning. I'm gonna check out some of their recipes for things like this
but I will probably roast this one. An Iberico skirt steak. You cook this pretty similarly to like a beef skirt steak. Just marinate it and then kind of like flash sear it or grill it. It's great for sandwiches. It's great for like tacos even. You can make, they even said on the site that like this makes a pretty great carne asada. And the Iberico pork, because it's so juicy, because of the marbling, you actually do want to cook it so it's a little bit pink on the inside like a steak. Perfectly safe to do that. Honestly, there's the like whole trichinosis scare with pork is like not as big a deal as it was several decades ago, but that's like a whole other issue. As long as you're getting good pork, it is totally fine to cook it pink on the inside. And then my third item was the secreto steak, the secret steak. I've never had this before. Allegedly, it's like a prized cut that's served in like restaurants in Spain. It comes from like the back of the shoulder, kind of between pork shoulder and the cut where bacon comes from. And I know some people cook it almost like pork belly. It's not as fatty as pork belly, but it does have like a ton of fat marbling, which all of these do. That's, as I said, that's kind of like the signature, one of the signature things of Iberico. It's why it's so popular. It's why it's so good. I've got another piece of butcher paper down here and cardboard, and then I've got just my bags of dry ice, which you can see are still very much intact. I think that even if this had taken a couple of like 2-3 days to get to me, there would probably still be dry ice in here. There were 2 of those big blocks in there, and that's it. I'm gonna put these in the freezer and figure out what to do with them. I'll probably defrost them each for a day or 2 in the fridge before I cook them, and hopefully remember to let them come to room temperature before I cook them, because that's how you get that like really juicy meat, especially when there's this much fat on it. I like that they're individually vacuum sealed like this, especially if you're gonna get a larger box than I did, because then you just pull out what you need, you know, each time you want to cook. But I am very much looking forward to eating this. It's probably going to be fantastic, but we'll find out. All right, so I just tried all of my Iberico pork that I got from Campo Grande. I'm actually eating the skirt steak right now on a salad that I made. Everything was so good. I started with the secreto steak. It was like cut really thin, kind of against the grain. It reminded me almost of like a skirt steak or a flank steak. I'd never seen this kind of meat before. I just kind of like quickly seared it. It was like pretty fatty. It smelled kind of bacony while it was cooking, and it actually curled in the pan, but it was super juicy despite how thin it was. I did the loin roast in the oven just on top of like a bed of veggies. I didn't sear that at all, and it's still like the fat kind of rendered and gave it like this really nice crust. And then this one, which looks like a beef skirt steak. I guess it's a little bit paler, but like just everything about it looks like the grain of the meat and everything. I just marinated it with like some garlic oil, olive oil, red wine vinegar, salt and pepper. And I would have grilled it, but it's cold outside. So I just did that in a pan, and it probably would make awesome tacos. I decided to try to be a little bit healthier, and I had this like beautiful lettuce from my CSA box. So I made a salad, and it is hitting the spot right now for lunch. So it was super easy to order everything through Campo Grande. You can order everything a la carte. You know, they have their bundles, their boxes, which I got. You can also order like a build your own box. It just has to meet a $150 minimum. They do have a subscribe and save option that will save you 10%. You can subscribe and have your subscription recur every 4, 8, or 12 weeks. If you eat a lot of pork, it's a great way to save some money. I personally consider Iberico pork and like charcuterie and stuff as kind of more of a special occasion thing, so I don't really see myself using it as a subscription, but I would definitely order them from them a la carte. Again, I would definitely get charcuterie next time, especially, you know, if I'm having a party or leading up to the holidays. Every single cut of pork that I had from them was fantastic. So if you do eat a lot of pork, or if you want to kind of like stock your freezer, it's definitely a good choice. It's delicious. You know, some people think it's a little bit healthier than conventionally raised pork because it is pasture raised. The pigs are fed, you know, grasses and acorns and nuts. So you're getting more of those like vitamins and minerals in the pork itself. You're getting less saturated fat, but you're still getting that really nice, beautiful marbled fat, which makes it so juicy and so delicious. I do think that it was worth the price. I paid $99 with free shipping for just those 3 cuts. Like I said, it's a special occasion thing. I don't think I would be, you know, getting my weeknight, you know, everyday meats
from them. They don't really carry a lot of stuff anyway. They have a couple of things. You know, they have some grass-fed beef, and they say on their website that they have seafood. They were sold out of it when I ordered, but they really just do Iberico. If you do a lot of like charcuterie boards, cheese plates and stuff for parties, you'll save money ordering from them versus getting like all the little individual bits of charcuterie from like a grocery store, and it'll probably be better quality. I think this is great for, you know, special occasions, for gifts, probably outside of your budget for every day. I don't think you could spend less than $100 or $99 shopping with them. They have one $49 charcuterie bundle, but you have to order at least 2 of them or order it, you know, in tandem with something else. They won't just ship you the one. The more you order, the cheaper it'll be. Other than that, everything that I tried was awesome. I am enjoying my lunch right now. And if you're in the market for Iberico, definitely recommend them. It's, you know, it's what they do. It's their specialty. There are other, you know, online butcher shops that have Iberico pork and have other things as well. But if you're specifically looking for Iberico, if you're looking for like those special charcuterie items like the jamon, check out Campo Grande. I think you'll probably find something that you like there.